used to have Led Zeppelin, Stones, and Beatles.
Hi, this is Donnie Vie, and you're listening to Blevins Nation. Back home.
Hooking up with girlfriends face to face. I realize my country by an eagle flying higher, stronger and free. But now it's all another place. And all I wanna do is have understanding. And all I wanna do is bring the good shit back. All I wanna do is be cool with strangers with these foolish things. If it was up to me, I could save the world.
Blevins Nation Entertainment and BlevinsNation.com, the place to go for all the best in rock and roll music, new rock, and podcast. So sit back, hold tight, and open up your ears. The revolution is here. Now here's your host, Chris.
Hey everybody, this is Chris with Blevins Nation, and we're talking with Donnie Vie. How's it going?
Pretty good for my age. How about yourself?
Oh man, I'm good. I'm good. Not to pry, but how old you getting up there?
54.
54. Okay. Well, I'm
an old man.
well, I'm only 5 years under you, so well, almost. I'll be 49 in May. So.
Oh, a lot of difference that 5 years can make, man.
Yeah, definitely. And
you got eyesight coming, loss of hearing, all kinds of good things.
Well, I've been going through the loss of hearing and the sight and all that stuff, but I'm dealing with it. But yeah, and being on the road, I'm sure that has done I'm sure that's taken a toll.
So, it's done its thing to me. It's been brutal through all the years of all of that. I probably made it a lot more brutal on myself. But yeah, it was. I mean, it's you think it things you do things and you think, well, I'll worry about that later. Well, now it's later, and so the stuff starts catching up to you. So you got to knock off all the crazy shit, do a little bit of damage control. I just got out of the hospital. Was in there for quite a while for pancreatitis. Pretty brutal.
Oh man. Okay. Yeah. Now you're not diabetic or anything, are you?
No, not that I know of. I don't think so.
Okay. Well, I was just wondering because pancreas that kind of runs together. So.
It's not something I heard a lot about until now.
Yeah.
Now I know a lot more about it.
I hear you. I bet. And you were in there for like a month, maybe, I guess, something like that.
Pretty close, yeah. Yeah, pretty close.
Man.
Yeah.
That's tough. Well, yeah. I guess it's a good rest, though. In a way.
Rest. I guess you could call it that. It's I don't know if you want to consider that rest, but there's a lot of pins and needles there. I was almost pushing up the daisies for a minute there.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, you don't get a lot of rest because I think every so often they're coming in and rolling you over and checking your blood pressure and sticking you with needles and all that shit.
Lots of needles. Sticking me with lots of stuff. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Sticking me with, and then at the end, sticking me with the bill. That was the big one.
Yeah, exactly. I can imagine. So.
It's better than sticking me in a drawer.
Oh, man. Well, shoot, let's talk about some better things than being sick.
Okay.
So. Now,
all right.
I see. Well, first, let's talk about where did you get your start, or like, what you cut your teeth on, and how old were you?
I was pretty little when I first started. I was bitten by this whole rock music thing. I was probably, elementary school. I don't know, 4 or 5 or 6. I don't know. I think ever since my first memories, I can remember I was thinking this is probably this is the avenue I think I want to pursue. So, you know, as with any musician that happens to, it's a grueling life, you know, it's a lot of hard work and a lot of sacrifices. And, but, you know, I just, you know, I just, you know, kind of, evolve, you know, like any other musician would. You just, you know, as you're little and you get older and you get better and you start playing with people, and, you know, it's just that. And, you know, really my first real band was Enuff Znuff, you know, that was my first professional band. And so we were off and running, man. I think I was probably 18, 19.
Wow.
I hooked up with Chip, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And, yeah, I was kind of pretty much a little kid, you know, and he was a bit more seasoned than I was.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, when did you pick up the guitar?
Oh, I had one when I was always had one around. I can remember my uncle played the guitar.
Okay.
And I stayed with my grandparents, you know, a good part of the time when I was little. Things were kind of dicey at home. So there was always a guitar there. My uncles were, you know, they lived there when I was little, and I used to watch them play, and, you know, there was always a guitar there. So I had something to dick around in the mirror with and stuff like that. Everybody don't think I learned how to play it until it was out of necessity, where I couldn't hold out any longer. I actually had to learn how to play the thing. I think I was maybe about 13 or 14.
Okay. Okay.
I was singing though the whole time, you know, with this. You know, I dicked around on it, but I'm still not very good at the guitar. You know, I play out of necessity, and I basically relearn how to play every time I record a new song.
I hear you. So more of like you were the, you know, it was basically there for a singer-songwriter type thing, you know.
Yeah,
okay.
You know, rhythm guitar. I play rhythm guitar. You know, I play other parts and stuff. Just, you know, like I said, out of necessity. And in the studio, it's a different thing than actually picking one up and jamming out on it. I'm not a jammer. You know, I play what I got. I got to play what I got to play. And if I don't got to play, the thing's in the case.
So you said you were like 18, 19 when you and Chip hooked up. You know, Enuff Znuff. Now, when did y'all release your first album? Was it like 80s?
Oh, around 84, 85, I do believe. I mean, yeah, as soon as I hooked up with Chip, it was a big leap from Amateurville to you know, professional status. You know what I mean? We did not take long. We got a couple other guys in the band, and we were out gigging in like a month or two, about a couple of months.
Okay. And
you know, and my singing chops were always there. You know, it was just a matter of writing songs. We went out playing originals from the get-go. You know, there was no covers or anything like that. So we had a lot of work to do. We did a lot of work in a couple of months.
Yeah.
You know, of writing songs and learning how to write songs. And he was, like I said, he was more established and more, you know, he had a lot more background in that than I did. I had just started writing songs, and you know, I had to learn how to make them simple and put them into 3-minute little blocks, you know, because I was all over the place with it. He was real instrumental in that. He's like, you know, you got to keep it simple. We got to get that. Don't bore us. Get to the chorus stuff, you know. And so
those hooks.
Yeah, we worked really, really hard. I mean, I don't know anybody that did that much work in that short a time, but we definitely had a knack for it, and we had an 8-track recording machine, and I think we started out an 4-track, but you know, we were constantly in that little room, you know, with the drum machine and bashing out songs. I mean, we would bash them out like 2 or 3 a day. Wow. And you know, yeah, songs like New Thing included. You know, that was in there, and Baby Loves You and things like that. Those songs were all in there in the very beginning. We just, but there was just hundreds more, so they had to be filtered through. So, you know, I mean, then we went out and found ourselves a manager, and he had a recording studio. So that's when the other two guys came into the band. Because then we had some clout going for us. You know, we had already actually had a couple of songs that were charted on the local radio top 10 thing. We went straight to like number one immediately with a song called Catholic Girl, and it just stayed there. So we were big fish in a small pond, like, well, you know, Chicago. It was a pretty good. It was a pretty big, you know, local rock scene going on there. You know, I mean, I just wasn't very familiar with that. I didn't know any bands or any of these people. We were always kind of different than them. Very pop melodic orientated, as opposed to the '80s metal thing. You know, that was never really our bag. We kind of got pulled into that with Derek and Vic and just the whole scene. It just kind of sucked us into that, and you know, it was a weird pivotal point at that point. I think it had we I don't know. I don't think we ever both felt like, you know, this is exactly the vein of music that we belong doing. But, you know, who's gonna get off this? You know, try to jump off the ride when it's going 1,000 miles an hour. And you got a record deal and you got MTV hits and all of that shit. You just got to go with it, you know. But when you work against your gut feeling, you pay in the end.
Oh yeah. And you're exactly right. I mean, you know, you got a record deal. You're full steam ahead. Who wants to jump off? You know, but you know, y'all did have a distinct sound, and definitely, you know, the harmonies and everything. I mean, were just kick ass, and the songs, and you had a style of your own. You know, you could hear 60s influences, you know, late 50s influences. I mean, the Beatles and stuff like that. You know, you could tell that was
melodies and harmonies and cool, simple riffs.
Right.
Stuff, you know.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. You know. So even though you were thrown into that per se 80s, you know, metal scene, whatever, you still had Enuff Znuff was still on their own. You know. And so,
we always were a little bit, you know. We always felt a little alienated from the whole thing, but you know, it was a good time, man. It was a fun time to be part of the scene, and that's what made it a little harder to think of any other way than just go with it. You know, I mean, it was you know, we were out doing big things. Yeah. You know, so it was cool. You know, it's just the whole music business took a big turn at that point, at the end of the '80s, and you know, it just shuffled out everything that was a part of it. You know, went to a whole new era, and it did it with a vengeance. Like it, you know, it was out to just completely kill anything that had anything to do with the '80s. You know, and we just caught the '80s by the last month or two, like '89.
Yeah. So, I see stuff about a new album coming out, a solo project.
Oh yeah. Well, this is my launch deal. What's a fifth solo record? I think I've done like 13 or 14 with Enuff Znuff. I think I've done like 4 or 5, and then there's been some a lot of other. I don't know if you want to call it bootleggy demo stuff and released and stuff here and there, but the internet shit. But yeah, this is my 4th or 5th solo record, and I'm happy. I'm really happy with this one. It came out really, really well. It's a beautiful thing. It's I'm holding it up. You know, we did it through Pledge Music. Pledge Music is starting to have some issues. It's still held up because we can't get the money from the Pledge Music to finish doing things and getting things, fulfilling the obligations to the pledgers, and that's kind of tough, you know. And So holding it up, trying to make some good business decisions, and I just don't want it to trickle and fade and just put it out there and have it just dwindle away like a lot of shit. So holding it up a bit, and it's got some great players. It's got Paul Gilbert on it. It's got Roger Joseph, Manny always did. It's got Johnny Polanski, Matt Walker. It's got a lot of great players on it.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, shoot, yeah. Well, I mean, is there so there's no time restraint on it to get it done at a certain time, but I mean, is there something a time you're kind of shooting for maybe, or?
Yeah, well, we were kind of shooting for a while ago.
Yeah.
That didn't happen. But as like I said,
year.
we got it. Yeah, we actually were. We actually did release the digital download to the Pleasures. That was one of our first obligations we had to do. So it has been heard. There's a couple of thousand people who have heard it, and it's got really great reviews. So what I want to do right now is like get it, try to hire a firm and get it get it reviewed by every little fanzine, everything I can, do every kind of interview that I can, and just get the word out and saturate, and then try to put it out, and see what the options are. I just don't want to take any of these shitty deals that don't look and feel right to me, because I've done that in the past, and all you do is just give away their shit, and they really don't do anything for it. You know what I mean? And I think the record deserves better than that. But I'd like to get it out. I'd like to get working. I'd like to get on the road playing it, and get on to the next one.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Now, real quick before we go to that, let's you said something about the digital download. Now, I saw something also about a USB drive that had. Is that what you're talking about, or is that something different?
No, that's something totally different.
Okay.
That's
because I think that said bootlegs and everything.
I got a scheme, man. I got a scheme and think of different ways to make money. You got to release this with a video. Yeah. And I'm trying to. I've been doing other things like recording these little personal recordings of all my songs and stuff, or with fans. They pay a little bit of money, and I'll send them like email on the song that I just recorded with acoustic guitar and a vocal, and I raised up a bunch of money there. Mm-hmm. We just finished shooting a video of Instant Karma by John Lennon. That's totally separate from the record, and that's for anti-bullying and stop the hate awareness.
Oh,
and
cool.
In the video, a lot of people got together to help make this video, and it's going to be huge. Really big time production. I was, and it's not for anything. I'm not looking to make a penny off of it. I just want to, get that out there. And because you had the song, and I was thinking, when I was in the hospital, like, what could I start working on while I'm here and I'm down? And I thought about that, and that was a good time where a lot of people were reaching out and wanted to help me. And so that thing got put together and came out really, really unbelievable. And I hope if we get a chance, we can help bring, do a little bit of our part to bring some awareness to. There's just so much going with hatred out there nowadays. It's just crazy,
Exactly.
We gotta share the love and stop the hate. Try to save the world.
Yes, exactly. Well, that's cool. And you got a band yet? You got guys picked out, or?
It's not exactly. I got my eye on a few guys, but what I'm doing first is doing kind of until we see what happens with the record, I can at least get out there. I've got 30 years of music too, and I have not done a lot of playing. I've been out of the scene for quite a while, and so I'm kind of doing like a storyteller's thing, just with an acoustic guitar and a piano, and touching back on all of the old songs and some of the new ones, telling the stories behind them, and different things that went on at the time. I did a couple of them, and they were really successful. People really enjoyed that. So I think the next one I might do a live feed too. internet
Yeah.
concert as well. So we'll see what happens with that.
Okay. So, were you on the road when you did those? You went out on the road, did a couple of storyteller shows?
Well, I did them here in Chicago.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, basically, I think I might have only done one. Yeah, I think I did one, and then I got sick.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah, that kind of just pumped the brakes for a minute.
that's something I've been actually thinking about putting on. Because there's a lot of artists out there that would, just them and their guitar and put a few of them together and put on a show. I mean, I think that'd be awesome. Like Mike Tramp, he goes around and does that. All over and stuff, and it keeps your name out there anyway, and it might help, put a buck in to finish what you're trying to do. So yeah.
Most of the songs with Enuff Znuff and on my own and everything, the songs all lend themselves to just a guitar and a vocal or a piano or a vocal, because they're all written that way. They're not written with big jams and big, some of them are written around riffs and things like that, but they're all pretty simple songs, and you can bang them out that way, and when you get a chance to really sing and get personal with the audience, it's fun.
Oh yeah,
it's nice, and it's a lot less grueling than all the complication stuff, But the other thing is good too, so that'll happen as when time comes. Yeah, I'll put together a good band. I've already put that word out there. I'm looking for cats to play, and I'm not necessarily tickle pink off with all. You got to pay good money to get the good guys.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Right.
Exactly. There's
everybody wants. Those are the guys I'm going to use.
Well,
the
good guys want the money, but then the shows don't require. I don't mean require, but they're not looking to pay the big money anymore. So I mean, it's kind of a catch-22 everywhere you turn around.
Right. Well,
unfortunately,
I got at least make enough to pay those dues.
Yeah.
I mean, at this point in my life, I've realized I'm not going to make any money. So I'm just going to finish my job and then carry out the rest of my life doing what I do, and just do it a little more professional than I've done in the past. My personal and business ethics has been questionable.
I can understand that.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. But a cool thing about the acoustic show, and like you said, piano. I mean, man, you can have a backline done. Just acoustic, and you don't have to take anything with you. That's a cool thing.
Right.
And and that helps on saving money. So definitely. Okay. Well, cool. Well, what the new stuff, what is, you got a name for it yet? Or, I mean, not the project, but I mean, like, the album, the music?
Well, it's called Beautiful Things.
Beautiful Things. Okay. Very cool.
I'll send you over a couple of cuts if you play them.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'll shoot you over my email. So okay.
Your email, right? And I'll send you a few cuts and playing with this thing. It's just came together. It's like magic. It sounds really, really good. It sounds really, really good to me, And I'm a pretty tough critic of myself, and I'm a pretty tough critic of other music. And so when it's just when I hear it, I'm like, man, that makes puts a smile on my face. And I can't say that all of the rest of the stuff that I've done has done that. I've always been proud of the songwriting and everything. But this one really, I think, defines who I am musically as an artist, and production wise, it's really great. And I got together with a guy named Mike. His name is Mike Soul, and he produced and engineered and mixed everything. And he just, what he did is just unfucking believable.
Okay.
I got so lucky with the guy,
Okay. Well, very cool. Very cool. Now, is it going to be just called Donnie Vie?
Yep.
Okay, very cool. Awesome. So,
yeah.
solo
what
project.
Else am I going to call it?
I hear you. I hear you. Well, very cool. I like that.
Yeah.
Definitely send me a song though that I can use, because when I these are recorded, and when I send them, set them up and edit them and everything, I put I'll put like the promo liner I'll get you to do at the front, and then I'll do a little intro or a little piece of the song, 20, 30 seconds, and then the interview, So
Right. Yeah, I'll send you two feedbacks, and when we're done, I could do a couple of liners for you if you want.
Oh yeah, most definitely. And look forward to it coming out, hopefully sooner than later, But
yeah, but it's got to be soon, It's got to be soon.
It does. I know what you mean. Well, stay relevant. You definitely want to do that, but. Yeah, and where can people check you out? I mean, I know you're on Facebook, Donnie Vie, and then there's also a Donnie Vie for your music page. Now, you have a website.
Yeah, DonnieVie.com.
DonnieVie.com, very good, and that's V.
Yeah, building it all up this time. It's kind of all just kind of sat there, but we're getting put together a team that slowly but surely it's. I'm being blessed with really wonderful people that help me get together, and like I said, we got to get it. I got to get it out there, and like to all of these magazines and all these fanzines and stuff. I just got to, because we're doing it with our label, so
yeah,
any of the labels that are obtainable, really, I don't think would be beneficial. I think there would be more. Just more money and good. So we're trying to figure it all out. And I can't say that I was the guy that paid the most attention to shit like that, through my career. So
yeah,
kind of like, it's just all ABCs to me right now, like Sesame Street kid, trying to figure this shit out. But we'll do it. If whatever God has intended, that's what will happen.
Oh yeah, exactly. Well, very cool. Now, are you on Instagram, Twitter, or anything else, or?
I do believe I am. I do, guys. I got a person who does that.
Okay, very cool. Now you can probably get to that from your website. I'm pretty sure. So, and
I'm pretty unsavvy when it comes to things like that. It's like I got a girl, and but I do believe that she's grabbed things from everything that and she's she posted out there, and I thought I'm not very savvy at that stuff. I just get confused and anxiety.
Oh yeah.
I make songs, and that's basically all I can do. That and watch Netflix.
Yeah. Very cool. All right. Well, now can people download some of your stuff off of iTunes or anything? You got anything on there?
Oh shit! There's 20 records of shit.
Okay.
Enuff Znuff and Donnie Vie solo, and there's plenty of music there.
Okay. Well, very cool. Very cool.
You could listen for weeks straight and not run out of tune.
Okay. Well, awesome. Well, I'm gonna stay on for a minute. We'll do a couple promo liners, but yeah,
Okay.
This has been awesome. Everybody, you can go check Donnie Vie out on Facebook and the website DonnieVie.com, and you can check out Enuff Znuff music and Donnie Vie solo stuff on iTunes, and I'm sure other avenues. So just get online and look for them, and you will definitely find them. And
I know, just snip it out in the air.
Yes.
It's always got a certain pungent aroma to it. Just snip and you'll find it.
That's right.
Yeah, right.
Well, very cool. And everybody, you can check this, podcast out, interview on blevinsnation.com. And, I'm on iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, everything you can think of. And if I'm not, I'm going to get on it. And I'm on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. So anyway, definitely, Donnie, I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, thank you so much for your time. Thanks for thinking of it.
Oh yeah, no problem. Thank you. Well, there you have it. Words from the ex-frontman of Enuff Znuff, Mr. Donnie Vie. also doing some solo stuff now. So very good, very very good for him. Ready to hear some of that stuff. Remember, Blevins Nation Bash coming up very soon, as featuring Every Mother's Nightmare, Pump 5, Cincinnati's own Counting Stars, and Mojo Rising, along with out of Knoxville, Tennessee, Civil Strife. So ready for this to go on. It's going to be such an awesome show. That is Friday, April 12th, 2019. Tickets are available on Eventbrite. Search Blevins Nation Bash. Tickets are $15. That gets you into the show, along with a raffle ticket to either win an autographed red Stratocaster guitar signed by Every Mother's Nightmare, or a silver LTD 5-string ESP bass guitar, a B55, signed by PJ Farley, bassist of Trickster, and lead singer Eric Martin of the band Mr. Big. So, hell yeah, great stuff added there. I want to thank my sponsors for the show. That is Blevins Nation Bash Show. Moeller Willis Music, right here in Cincinnati, Ohio. You can check them out on Facebook. Buckeye Vodka, right here from Ohio, Dayton, Columbus area, and now in Cincinnati. And yes, you can check them out on Facebook as well. G4L Records out of Los Angeles, California. And also The Venue Cincinnati, of course, where the event is going to happen. So definitely check all those out. And just remember, kids, to check me out on BlevinsNation.com. All your download places, Spotify, iTunes, iHeartRadio, and all that good stuff. Along with, I'm on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook. So remember, kids, wherever you go, there you are.